So life doesn't escape us, and it's long past time we got back out there. So where to? Dulles International Airport. Let your imagination soar. Book now at flydulles.com/nonstop.
For me, Missouri State is where it all started. I came here with dreams. You probably did too, or you probably will. This place, these people, faculty, staff, and the friends I made along the way helped me get there and reach my wildest dreams. This is the right place, and this is the right time to make your Missouri statement.
This is Ralph Rensler, director of the Smithsonian Bicentennial Folklife Festival. If you enjoyed the festival, you'll be interested in this invitation.
Ladies and gentlemen, an opportunity like this cannot be taken for granted.
This evening, we are going to be beating our hearts out for you all, so I want to see people enjoying themselves. So get up and feel the music and do something about it, okay?
This event is a right of cultural democracy.
We have many, many partners, you included. I encourage you to stand alongside with us as we travel this journey year after year.
Thank you very much for coming out this evening for the Ozarks and Folkways concert here on the Rensler stage. We're so happy to see you. I think things are feeling a little bit more pleasant after that really hot day today, but we're glad you've stuck it out because this is going to be a great show tonight, and we're really excited about it. And before I go any further, my name is Chris Brashear. I'm from the Missouri Ozarks, and I've been here in the capacity a little bit as a musician and also as a presenter, and I've been honored to serve in both of those roles. It's been a great time. And so also I'd like to recognize a couple of really important people who I think have not been recognized and really need to be. We have two members of our Smithsonian curatorial staff that have been there holding our hands and taking care of us from the very get-go, and that is Christina Diaz Carrera. Christina, where are you? Wave your hands, let them know. And also Pablo Molinero Martinez. Pablo, where are you, buddy? And give up your hands also to all the program and participant staff and all the wonderful interns that have been running around. We've had something like 40 interns that have been helping out with all the on-site locations and helping everyone every day through this whole festival. We really appreciate them. And of course, we do have to recognize sponsors that have also been important for this festival. You can go to our website, thefestival.si.edu, which certainly has a list of all of our sponsors as well. But let me recognize just a few important ones here. They're all important, but let's recognize our public universities, Missouri State University and the University of Arkansas, that have been major players in this program, as well as the Latino Initiatives Pool, the Asian Pacific American Initiatives Pool, which is administered by the Smithsonian Asian Pacific American Center, and the Smithsonian American Women's History Initiative Pool. So many great people that have made this possible, and not the least of which is you all, being American taxpayers. You help support these programs and keep them going. We could not do it without you, and we really, really appreciate your contributions, and we thank you for that. Now, we have 3 wonderful bands that are going to be playing for you tonight, and I would like to bring this band from Little Rock, Arkansas up here called Sad Daddy. They are all singers, they are all songwriters and wonderful musicians. Let's give it up for Sad Daddy.
All right, thank you, Chris. Thanks, everybody.
This first song is about a rowdy dancer named Charlie Pickle. So if you feel like you might be a Charlie Pickle, you know where to go. Charlie Pickle got a bum left knee, but he dance all night. If you turn him free, man, you ought to see him when he flaps them wings, bony legs shaking in his faded jeans.
Shake it, Charlie Pickle, kick at the bottom and slap your knee. Shake it, Charlie Pickle, kick at the bottom and slap your knee.
Charlie Pickle works hard all week, hands still dirty with the engine grease, all washed up and the hair slicked down, spinning like a top till it comes unwound.
Shake it, Charlie Pickle, kick at the bottom and slap your knee. Shake it, Charlie Pickle, kick at the bottom and slap your knee.
Got a belly full of booze and a head full of steam, ripping that rug and splitting them seams. Well, last one standing, the first one crawls. Charlie Pickle out crawl them all. All the fellas in the chairs, they laugh and stare. Charlie Pickle too gone to care. He's spinning them gals from head to toe. Turn them up, light them up, let them go.
Shake it, Charlie Pickle, kick at the bottom and slap your knee. Shake it, Charlie Pickle, kick at the bottom and slap your knee.
Got a belly full of booze and a head full of steam, ripping that rug and splitting them seams. Well, the last one standing's the first one crawls. Charlie Pickle out crawl them all. Whoa, 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 Got a belly full of booze and a head full of steam, ripping that rug and splitting them seams. Get it, Charlie. Well, the last one standing, the first one crawls. Charlie Pickle out crawl them all. He got the cabbage patch, do the mashed potato. He knows the centipede and the alligator. He got the water sprinkler and a typewriter. He knows the gunslinger and the kung fu fighter. He knows the robot, YMCA, bull school, and the kid and play. He got the Charleston and the preacher sermon. Brown and Charlie Brown and the Pee Wee Herman, Running Man, Moonwalk, Funky Chicken and the Papa Lock, got the Locomotion and the Frankenstein, Shimmy Stroll and the Conga Line, Shitty Bud, Let You Slide, Funny How and the Bull Rider, got the elevator and the escalator, got the coffee grinder and the percolator, Hurly Gully, Swim and Jerk, a two-step thriller, twist and twirl, got a hitchhike, hustle and a dose-a-do, Macarena, Boogaloo, Tootsie Roll. I'll shake it, Charlie Pickle. Shake it one more time for me.
Shake it, shake it. Kick out the bottom and slap your knee.
Thank you, Charlie Pickle and Little Charlie Pickle. I guess everyone else is just warming up, huh?
That's Keith. Keith Simonovitz over there. Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to keep on dancing, we got this another one that will be real nice to have you on, Keith. Arkansas bound.
This is going to be Arkansas
right
bound.
Yep. So he doesn't have to return. Great. We only got 20. All right. Well, I'm packing up my pickle, leaving town, picking up my pickle, Arkansas bound, Arkansas bound. I'm leaving this city, Arkansas bound, Arkansas bound. Leaving this city, Arkansas bound, Arkansas bound. Trees, in the trees. I'm leaving this city, Arkansas band, Arkansas band. I'm leaving this city, Arkansas band, Arkansas band. Through the hills and the hollows, ain't she fine, ain't she fine? I'm leaving this city, Arkansas band, Arkansas band. I'm leaving this city, Arkansas band, Arkansas band. Arkansas bound, Arkansas bound. I'm leaving this city, Arkansas bound, Arkansas bound. I'm leaving this city, Arkansas bound, Arkansas bound. Thank y'all so much for dancing.
Thank you all so much for coming out and braving the weather with us. It's been this way all 3 days that we've played here. We're sort of used to that back home, so I don't know if you guys are here, but thank you nonetheless for being here.
All right, well, I moved away from Arkansas a few times in my life and went all the way down to Texas where it's real hot and it was real dry back then where I was. And I just couldn't stop thinking about getting back home to the Ozarks, to my family. And so back I went and I wrote this song about it. 1, 2, 3. Now I can still remember all the singing in the woods, flicker of the firefly and the humming of the brook, the dancing of the wind that shook the leaves on every tree, in the country where my true love waits for me. On the mountainside where the river faces, a big old sky, wide open spaces. Here everything's so crowded, you just think it's gonna bust, and this big old iron world has turned to rust. Arkansas, while I still have some time, I feel my spirits lift soon as I cross that borderline. This Texas town so dusty, I can barely breathe at all, and I hear the sound of the rushing waters call. On a mountainside where the river faces, a big old sky, wide open spaces. Here everything's so crowded, don't you think it's gonna bust, and this big old iron world has turned to rust. Women here with pearls and fancy hair, sweet perfume, cowboy boots, and a dress to make you stare. There's a wild rose that's waiting on a hill so far away. Lord, hear my call and take me back today to the mountainside where the river faces, a big old sky, wide open spaces. Here everything's so crowded, yes, you think it's gonna bust, and this big old iron world has turned to rust. On a mountainside where the river faces, a big old sky, wide open spaces. Here everything's so crowded, don't you think it's gonna bust, and this big old iron world has turned to rust. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm ready.
jug of wine. It's fun to get a little fix for another glass and scratch my itch. If your eyes fill up with a little tear, don't worry, huh, we'll grab some beers, throw it back till we feel alright. Let the world get to you tonight. If you get back before I do. Put a log on the fire, start up a stew. Throw in some rice and beans. You and me, honey, we can live real lean. Jug of moonshine, gonna drink a little. Rising up my bow, playing our tune. Dance the jig by the light of the moon. Come on, baby, grab a old banjo. Tune her up quick and we're ready to go. Count out the rhythm, stomp the floor. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. If you get back before I do, put a log on the fire, start up the stew. Throw in some rice and beans. You and me, honey, we can live real lean. Listen to the sound of the coyotes call. Stars out here are big and bright. Little tune by the fireside light. If you get back before I do, put a log on the fire, start up the stew. Throw in some rice and beans. You and me, honey, we can live real lean. If you get back before I do, put a log on the fire, start up the stew. Throw in some rice and beans. You and me, honey, we can live real lean. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, dancers.
Pickled, poached, devil to die. Flapjacks made from scratch, soaked in syrup and a berry patch. Gravy boat full of sausage bits, buttermilk biscuits and cheesy grits. But there's only one thing gonna wake my senses up. I said it ain't that grainy goodness in my coffee cup. No, no, no. It's when I hear that bacon sizzling on, I smell that bacon fried. I got a bob and weave on that bacon grease, 'cause it'll pop me in the eye. I said I get that bacon daily, that's a taste that's so divine. Slap a few strips on a skillet, please, 'cause man, I love that swine. Red-eyed gravy and some country ham, Texas toast and spread of jam, garlic, peppers, onion and cheese. Fry them all up with potatoes, please. Steel cut oats, cream of wheat, that's enough to make me wanna take my seat. But there's only one thing gonna wake my senses up. You know it ain't that grainy goodness in my coffee cup. No, no, no. It's when I hear that bacon sizzling on, I smell that bacon fried. I got a bob and weave on that bacon grease, 'cause it'll pop me in the eye. I said I get that bacon daily, that's a taste that's so divine. slap a few strips on the skillet, please. Man, I love that swine. Fry 'em up now. My senses up. You know it ain't that grainy goodness in my coffee cup. No, no, no. It's when I hear that bacon sizzling, oh, I smell that bacon fried. I gotta bob and weave on that bacon grease, 'cause it'll pop me in the eye. Said I get that bacon daily, that's a taste that's so divine. Slap a few strips on the skillet, please, 'cause man, I love that swine. And I'm gonna keep getting that bacon fixed until pigs learn how to fly. Thank you. Thank you, dancers, especially the little dancers. You're the funnest ones to watch.
Well, folks, we got one more song here for you today. Thank you so much for listening to us. We're Sad Daddy. Love it if you looked us up. We also, some of the songs we've been playing are off our vinyl that we've got, and would love to meet some of you guys down here in front of the stage after we're done. And we're really excited about the next band, too. Some friends of ours from the Ozarks, Mark and Cindy, the Creek Rocks. So they'll be up after us. And this last song's another one off our vinyl. This is about getting on the river and floating down, called Big River. Well, Big River, won't you take me home tonight? I wanna see that gal that I love so well. We're gonna set our troubles right. Yeah, Big River, our time has come to part. You know I love you well, but you still can't have my heart. Oh, well, I put it to your swift water, my darling behind, so that your courage that could caress me and ease my worried mind. Oh, but then I thought about it, baby, and I want you back. I've never been so wrong. Each moment tells me I just can't wait that long. Well, Big River, won't you take me home tonight? I wanna see that gal that I love so well. We're gonna set our troubles right. Yeah, Big River, our time has come to part. You know I love you well, but you still can't have my heart. Well, now your waters, they keep people drifting. I see them shore to shore. Oh, and I hear those currents whispering, just telling me I've got to go. Oh, yes, I thought about it, baby, and I want you back. I've never been so wrong. Each moment tells me I just can't wait that long. Well, Big River, won't you take me home tonight? I wanna see that gal that I love so well. We're gonna set our troubles right. Yeah, Big River, our time has come to part. You know I love you well, but you still can't have my heart.
Thank you, folks. When you need to get happy, Sad Daddy.
Thank you.
That's Brian Martin at the guitar, Joe Sundell on the banjo, Rebecca Patek on the fiddle, Melissa Carper on the upright bass, and everybody singing. That's Sad Daddy from Arkansas. Mighty fine. Thank you so much. We'll be hearing a lot from them in the coming days and years as they travel outside the state of Arkansas and play venues across the country, I think. We hope you all are feeling comfortable tonight, now that it's cooled off a little bit, but remember to keep drinking water and stay hydrated. Thanks to all the dancers that are still feeling the energy to get out on the dance floor. We always love to see that. The musicians love to see that. All right. Are you hearing everything? Oh, is everything getting out there okay tonight? You can thank our great sound crew, Sissy, and all her team back here helping run this and dealing with all the weather and everything. And we've also got a great video streaming crew that gets us out on the live stream so other people can tune into our festival here. We really enjoy the celebratory feeling of the festival here at the Smithsonian Folklife Festival. I feel it every day that I come to the mall with all the different kinds of communities that are represented here, the different kinds of musical ensembles, the different types of artisans, the foodways, all the great foods that people get to see being prepared, and we have our teaching gardens. And all this attention to all these great cultural practices and great traditions that we have in our many different communities. It's really a joy. And again, we really thank you all for your support for our public programs. We can't do it without the American taxpayer. So be sure to talk to your Congress people and your senators and let them know that the folk arts and our arts programs are really important to fund and be part of our national landscape. And although he may cringe at me doing this, I would like to recognize one other person while these guys are getting set up here a little bit. And that's my old friend who is the Emeritus Director of the Folk Arts Program at the National Endowment for the Arts. His name is Barry Burgee. Please stand up, Barry. He has been involved his whole career helping programs just like this one, and we owe him a real debt of service. And he's been doing this his whole life, and he is well loved in the folk arts community, and he well deserves it. So this next group, I'll tell you something else about the celebratory nature of our program here. This next group coming up here actually celebrated their wedding anniversary here at the festival. So how about that? And they have been performing all through the festival. They appear to be getting along great, so I guess it was meant to be, you know. I think they work pretty well together. Individually, their names are Cindy Wolf and Mark Ballou, and they come to us from the Springfield, Missouri area. And I can tell you, they really have done their homework. They really have delved into a lot of great traditional ballads from the Ozarks. Plus, they are songwriters, wonderful singers, and musicians. My only regret is I haven't gotten to play fiddle with them yet. But you know, that's the way us fiddle players are, you see. We're kind of egotistical. We always think a fiddle would make anything sound good, you know. But maybe that chance will come at some point. But not that they need it, because they bring it pretty well, darn well on their own. So they had a debut album called Wolf Hunter that was released in 2015, which is available on their website. Let me tell you who these folks are and make them welcome. This is the Creek Rocks.
Hi. How about those amazing musicians in the group Sad Daddy?
We're going to start out with you now, for you now with the Ozarks ballad. We learned from one of our favorite singers from Ozarks folk song collections, and her name was Pearl Brewer from Pocahontas, Arkansas. And we'll sing this song for Pablo because he likes rock and roll. We told him that Ozark ballads can rock too. grew up in silk so fine, all down by the green side. Mother, dear mother, we once were yours. All alone and alone, you neither gave us coarse nor fine, all down by the green side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think the participants in the Ozarks side of this year's festival, I think we've sort of mutually decided that Jimmy Driftwood from Timbo, Arkansas is the patron saint of this festival. It just seems to be a thing, talking to musicians and whatnot. Am I way off base on that? Am I off base on that? It seems like...
No, absolutely correct.
Yeah. We're going to do a song that Jimmy sang, if not wrote. I tend to think he might have written it, but he definitely sang it.
It's a song about a fella and his dogs that go out hunting groundhog. Like you do.
I am now ready.
Shoulder my gun, call out my dog, groundhog. Shoulder my gun, call out my dog, groundhog. Shoulder my gun, call out my dog. Going to the mountain, gonna hunt a groundhog, groundhog. Treated way up on the bluff, groundhog. Old dog treated way up on the bluff, groundhog. Old dog treated way up on the bluff. Up I go with a huff and a puff, groundhog. One on top, two underneath, groundhog. One on top, two underneath, groundhog. One on top, two Here comes Sal with a dog with Po groundhog. Here comes Sal with a dog with Po groundhog. Here comes Sal with a dog with Po, running them groundhogs out of their hole. Groundhog. Two in the bush, one on the log. Groundhog. Two in the bush, one on the log. Groundhog. Two in the bush, one on the log. The other phone to my old hound dog. Groundhog. Come here, Sal, I'm all out of breath. Groundhog. Hurry up, Sal, I'm all out of breath. Groundhog. Hurry up, Sal, I'm all out of breath. Groundhog's choking my dog to death. Groundhog. Well, here comes Sal with a hickory stick. Groundhog. Here comes Sal with a hickory stick. Groundhog. Here comes Sal with a hickory stick. Hit out three on good leg. Groundhog. She cooked the meat and she tanned the hide. Groundhog. She cooked the meat and she tanned the hide. Groundhog. Cooked the meat, tanned the hide, made the best shoestrings that ever was tied. Groundhog. I ate so much I couldn't hold up my head. Groundhog. I ate so much I couldn't hold up my head. Groundhog. Ate so much I couldn't hold up my head. Went to the door, fell into bed. Groundhog.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're going to do another old song for you. Imagine that.
Shocker.
This one's real old, I think. But it mentions a place that we hang out a lot, the Red River. It goes through central Arkansas. It's an old ballad. It's called Red River Shore. It has a lot of the themes that we've been talking about that all the ballads have. You know, lost love, who's far away, cruel parents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the lady we learned this from in Arkansas, she put this, what we call a floating verse, which appears in many, many ballads, on the end of this one, so we'll stick with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
At the foot of yonder mountain where the fountain did flow, sweet music detained me, soft winds there did blow. I spied a fair damsel her name I don't know. Standing by a brave soldier on Red River shore. He spoke to her kindly, will you marry me? My fortune's not great, that's nothing, said she. Your beauty is aplenty, you're the one I adore. You're the girl I might marry on Red River shore. Her cruel old father, his words came to him. He swore he'd deprive her of the dearest of men. And so he sent him to the army, the cannons did roar, for to leave his own true love on Red River shore. She wrote him a letter, she wrote him most kind. And in this here letter, these words you will find. Come home, my true love, you're the one I adore. You're the man I might marry on Red River shore. He read this here letter, it made him feel sad. And none of his comrades could make his heart glad. And so he turned his horse homeward and onward did go, for to meet his own true love on Red River shore. His words came to him. He swore he'd deprive her of the dearest of men. And so he built up a little army of 20 and 4 for to fight this brave soldier on Red River shore. Saber, he waved it around. He slew the rest of the men. There's no need of a little army of 20 and 4 for to fight this brave soldier on Red River shore. Love, love is a great fortune for all of mankind. The woman's control, they're always confined. They're controlled by their parents until they're wives, then slaves to their husbands the rest of their lives.
Thank you so much. We're nearing the end of our festival experience, but we've had the good fortune of playing music up over there and here. We've been up here a couple times. I'd like to say that the people running the stage and providing the sound and being here to lend a helping hand to the musicians are nothing short of fantastic. Thank you all. Well, the whole festival has been great. And let's see. I feel like by way of official introduction, let me say originally from North Little Rock, Arkansas, now residing in Missouri. This gal playing the banjo and singing tonight, this is Cindy Wolf, everyone.
Hello, thank you.
Hey, I'm Mark Blue. Sorry. Go ahead if
Tricky.
you like.
I was going to say this fella for singing and playing guitar for you, all the way from Springfield, Missouri. It's Mark Ballou.
Thank you very much.
We got time for one more song for y'all, but we're going to cheat a little bit. It's a mashup. It's actually 2 songs. This is, the first one is a song called I Went Down to Little Rock, and we learned it from a guy out of Batesville, Arkansas, W.T. Deatherow. And he said, here's a song about going down to Little Rock and getting thrown in jail. Like you do. And the second one we're going to do is, it's most oftenly associated with Jimmy Driftwood. He sang it down in the Arkansas, but he sang the upbeat, peppy version. But Almeda Riddle, who is most of our favorite ballad singer from Arkansas, she did a really slow, kind of creepy version of it. And, well, that's the one we like, so as you might imagine. So here's our Ozarks ballad mashup. I didn't go to stay. You put me in a calaboose and I couldn't get away. Where you gone, my good old soul? Your hair's getting gray. I follow you 10,000 miles to hear the banjo play. Wish that I had 15 cents, I wish I had a dime. 16 horses in that field and 9 of them are blind. Only thing that told me now, that pretty little gal of mine. It's a hard road to travel, boys, hard road I say. Hard road to travel, boys, and trouble's on her way. I didn't go to stay. Put me in a calaboose and I couldn't get away. Couldn't get away. Couldn't get away.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks, everybody.
That is The Creek Rocks. You can find out more about them from there at their website, thecreekrocks.com. They're from Springfield, Missouri, and we have appreciated them being here so very much. So check them out and tell your friends about them. All right, we'll take a couple more minutes here to set up for the next group that's coming up here. And I do want to remind everybody that tomorrow is the last day of the festival here at the National Mall. So if you have any friends or family that haven't had the opportunity to come down here and check out all there is to see here, both in the Ozarks area or the Creative Encounters area, be sure and tell them and have them come down and speak to all the folks down here and take a look at all the wonderful exhibits and artisans and craftspeople that have their tents set up here on the grounds. Tomorrow is our last day. We've had a good run here, but it's been fun. We're all a little tired on some level, but I think everybody's hung in there, and we've had a big time. So this next band that's coming up, I have a little bit of insider information about. The first being that the fiddle player, Laura Orshaw, I've known for a number of years before she even joined this band. And then I also am aware that C.J. Lewandowski, the mandolin player and lead singer here, he's also from the state of, he's an Ozarkian from the state of Missouri, so we also have that in common. And these fine folks also have been, they've been kind of taking the bluegrass world by storm here the last few years. In 2019, they had a recording that was nominated for a Grammy, and so they continue to have a busy schedule and entertain audiences all across the country and over in Europe and playing folk festivals and bluegrass festivals. And let's see, what else can I say about these folks? They are singers and songwriters. The other insider piece of information is that I came to find out on their first record that they had recorded one of my songs. I was completely unaware of that until some other people in the bluegrass world said, "Chris, did you know that the Po Ramblin Boys have recorded one of your songs?" I said, "No, actually, I didn't know that." But they sure enough did. And so I'm really happy about that. And they write a lot of good songs on their own just as well. Are you folks pretty close here, you reckon? Or do I need to keep babbling here? I'd prefer not to have to. Couple more minutes? All right, well, let's see. Well, it's a beautiful evening now, and I feel like it's definitely cooled down a little bit. I'm feeling a lot better than I did this afternoon, about mid-afternoon. So I hope you all are as well. You all feeling good out there? Still staying hydrated? Good. Well, this brand brings a lot of energy too, so you may find yourself wanting to check out that dance floor at some point as well. The song that I wrote that they are doing, I think it's on their set list tonight. It's called Mason's Lament, and I think they're going to do that, so they'll make me feel really good. I always like to think too, I said I knew Laura, and this is the ego of a fiddle player here. I like to think that at least a little bit of my fiddle playing has rubbed off on her a little bit, although I suspect she probably plays circles around me now, but we have had some fun playing together over the years when various and sundry bluegrass festivals. All right, I think we're getting pretty close here, and I'm just as delighted as I can be. Oh, we need to see the guitar. Sissy, am I supposed to keep talking here? Are you about ready? Or hang tight, she says. All right, let me do this. I'll tell you their names individually. That gives me something to do here. That's C.J. Lewandowski on the mandolin there. Actually, I actually know something cool about his mandolin, too. I think, is that the mandolin that you got in Italy? Greece. Oh, wow. I don't know if he wants me talking too much about that mandolin because it's pretty valuable, I think, from what I know about those kinds of things. So that's C.J. Lewandowski on the mandolin, Laura Arshaw on the fiddle, Josh Rinkle on the upright bass, Jeremy Brown on the guitar, Jasper Lorenzen on the banjo. Give it up for Po Ramblin Boys.
So happy, loving each other so, but now you've gone and found another, and I'm moving on down the road. I'm leaving in the morning on that next train south, going I don't know where. I'll ride that train as far as she goes, as long as I get away from here. train. I'm leaving in the morning on that next train south, going I don't know where. I'll ride that train as far as she goes, as long as I get away from here. Darling, every day and night when I'm far away from you. But two can't play the same game, honey, and I'm looking for somebody new. I'm leaving in the morning on that next train south, going I don't know where. I'll ride that train as far as she goes, as long as I get away from here. South, going I don't know where. I'll ride that train as far as she goes, as long as I get away from here. As long as I get away from here.
The rolling hills, her hair of all, they run together in my dreams. I've got to get back to the bluegrass. I've been gone so long, I sing. Tonight I'm in Soul, Kentucky, and the blue-eyed girl left behind. What I'd give to put her arms around me. I've got Kentucky on my well, I wonder if she's waiting there for me in the hills that I I'll pack my bag. I'll head for my old Kentucky home. Tonight I'm in Soul, Kentucky, and the blue-eyed girl left behind. What I'd give to put her arms around me. Tonight I've got Kentucky on my mind. Kentucky, and the blue-eyed girl left behind. What I'd give to put her arms around me. I've got Kentucky on my mind. Lord, tonight I've got Kentucky on my mind. Come out tonight. Oh, say you come with me. The night is clear and chilly cold. The harvest moon to see. I found the hope and the courage to knock upon your door. For lonely I had been myself. 2,000 years, 60. I'm only very shy to ask you such a thing. We're neither one bound to another, or wear a wedding ring. The last one's on the vine. There'll be no more, my darling, and summer's far behind. We can find a pleasant view, come out and beckon you. I've heard it said this time so bright, oh, as the harvest moon. Faded inside your main fire. They walk out in the moonlight. Together we can share. Oh, come with me as time grows short. Oh, say that you will come through the autumn in its splendor. There's time together, love. We can find a pleasant view. Come out and beckon you. I've heard it said this time so bright, oh, as the harvest moon. We can find a pleasant view. Come out and beckon you. I've heard it said this time so bright, oh, as the harvest moon. Should be back in East Tennessee. Got a little gal waiting here, lonely as could be. I'm out here on this highway, I was born to roam. I've always been a drifter, this highway is my home. Missing her, it's never slowed me down. I get tired of the city and catch a ride to another town. But I know I should be back in East Tennessee. I wonder just how long she'll be waiting there for me. The rattle of a boxcar puts my mind at ease. I always feel right at home when I feel that western breeze. Each mile tells a story that makes the time go by. I'm dying to know what's at the end of that long white line. Missing her has never slowed me down. I get tired of the city, catch a ride to another town. I know I should be back in East Tennessee. I wonder just how long she'll be waiting there for me. Sometimes I get lonesome, Lord knows I do. I'll put my thumb out in the wind and head somewhere new. Each mile tells a story that makes the time go by. I'm dying to know what's at the end of that long white line. Missing her has never slowed me down. I get tired of the city, catch a ride to another town. should be back in East Tennessee. I wonder just how long she'll be waiting there for me. Missing her's never slowed me down. I get tired of the city, catch a ride to another town. I know I should be back in East Tennessee. I wonder just how long she'll be waiting there for me.
All righty. Thank you all so much. We're the Po Ramblin Boys. And, well, I'm just going to give this bass player some credit right now because he broke a string in the middle of that song there and kept on trucking all the way through. If you would give him a hand, Mr. Jasper T. Lorenzen right there on the 3-string bass. It's amazing to be here at the Folklife Festival. As a kid growing up, you know, you read a bunch of books on music and whatnot, and some of the most amazing things happened here at the Folklife Festival. And to be up here for it is amazing, to be on the National Mall, and we are tickled to death. And thank you all for being here with us. It's important. Our Folklife is important. I'm from the Ozarks, and it really does my heart good to see a region of the country that I love so much right here at our nation's capital being lifted up and being honored, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. If you've never been to the Ozarks, you got to go. You got to go. The Ozark National Scenic Riverways will change your life. Yes, you've never seen the bluest blue water ever in your lifetime. and you can get right down there in them springs and drink right out of it. Anyhow, I've had a lot of great times in the Ozarks. We'll get to that. Over here on the fiddle, she comes to you all the way from the state of Pennsylvania originally. And yeah, the old Pennsylvania gal right here. She makes her home now in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're awful proud of her. She's got a solo album out called Solitary Diamond, and it's charting all over the place, doing a fine job. It's actually up for the International Bluegrass Music Awards Album of the Year this year, so yeah. She's an instructor at Berkeley College, and she's teaching young women who are coming up in the country music field. And we are tickled to death to have her up here on stage with us, and we're tickled to death for her and proud of her. If you would make her welcome, Miss Laura Orshaw right there on the fiddle.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Boy, everything CJ said, it's an honor to be here today. We've had a blast hanging out, listening to the music and seeing all the amazing arts and crafts going on. We ate some great food. I think I'm going to sing the next song for you. This is one that we recorded on our most recent album, which was on Smithsonian Folkways. And we are getting ready to go in the studio at the end of this month and start our next project on Smithsonian Folkways. So being able to be here at the Folklife Festival just as we start a new project for Smithsonian Folkways is very inspirational for us. This next song I'll sing for you, we might even have a bass on it, who knows, is a song that I got from the singing of George Jones. And we always put a George Jones song on each of our albums. So far, I guess we've had 3 folks contributing. So who's left? Who gets to pick the last George? I guess Jeremy's up next for this next album. You better get working on it, Jeremy.
He's back!
Woo! That's a first. I've never seen that before, Jasper. I'm proud of you.
You ought to shake his hand. If he can break a bass string, don't shake his hand. He'll break your hand.
So I'll sing you that song I was just talking about called Where Grass Don't Grow.
Ready?
Well, the dirt was clay and was the color of the blood in me. On a 12-acre farm on a ridge in South Tennessee, we left our sweat all over the land behind a mule we watched grow old. Row after row, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so bold that grass won't grow. Well, there was one old store in a holler that we called town, and it belonged to a gentle old man named Henry Brown. He gave credit in the wintertime so we could live through the cold. When wind brought the snow, tried to grow corn and cotton on ground so cold that grass won't grow. Its toll, he had to go, and now he lies asleep sleep underground so cold
that grass won't grow.
And as I stand here looking over this part of Tennessee, the fields are bare as far as the eye can see. And over the grave where my love lies, there's a beautiful sight to behold. And no one knows why there's flowers blooming on ground so cold
That grass won't grow.
And now there's flowers blooming on ground so poor that grass won't grow.
It's Laura Orshaw right there, where grass won't grow.
Thank you.
On that Smithsonian Folkways project, never slowed down. Never could. All right. We're going to get into some regional music now. This comes out of the state of Ohio. This song here. A guy named Noah Crace, he wrote this song a long time ago, and his most famous contributions were as a bluegrass boy with Mr. Bill Monroe, and also the Boys from Indiana group. But this is a song that he cut in the 1950s, wrote it and cut it, and we're going to do it for you now. One called I Can't Go On This Away. Return, dear. You said that you'd be back someday. Oh, please let me hear from you, darling. I just can't go home this away. I know you never did love me, but I thought that you would, dear, someday. Oh, please let me hear from you, darling. I just can't go on this away. Remember the good times together. You said that you'd love me so true. As I sit here, the stars hover over me. There's a love in my heart, dear, for you. I know you never did love me, but I thought that you would, dear, someday. Oh, please let me hear from you, darling. I just can't go on this away. From you, darling, I just can't go on this away. I just can't go on this away.
This old house ain't much, but it has everything that we need. There's food on the table for our two little kids. They both have shoes on their feet. I made you a promise back when we were young, when I said till death do we part. Girl, you know you're the only one that's ever held the key to my heart. So why are you crying, sweetheart? I'm not doing you wrong. Is there nothing that makes our nights cold and long? When you lay your head down at night, who are you dreaming of? When are you gonna tell me that you're no longer in love? come home every day to a house that's empty and cold. You're working late again, or so I've been told. Then you walk through the door with tear-stained eyes and wanna be left alone. Girl, I know I'm not the one who's been doing you wrong. So why are you crying, sweetheart? I'm not doing you wrong. Is there another who makes our nights cold and long? When you lay your head down at night, who are you dreaming of? When are you gonna tell me that you're no longer in love? So why are you crying, sweetheart? I'm not doing you wrong. Is there another who makes our nights cold and long? When you lay your head down at night, who are you dreaming of? When are you gonna tell me that you're no longer in love? When are you gonna tell me that you're no longer in love?
Give our hand to our beautiful dancers out there, yeah! We're gonna do your song now. This one comes to us from a generational side of things, I guess. This young man over here on the banjo, he comes to you all the way from the state of Kentucky. And he's a third or fourth generation banjo player. And his daddy had a band for about 25 years and played music all over the country. And we stole this song from him. He retired and we said, we're gonna take your song. So we did, and we recorded it. And then we hired his daddy to drive the bus for us. So he's back out of retirement, and he's actually running sound for us tonight. If you would give him a hand. Tommy Brown back there. There he is. This is one of his songs, and his son's gonna sing it right now. Mr. Jeremy Brown on the banjo.
Said, hey, and I come in faster than I planned. The blues walked in when you walked out the door. But I'm all alone tonight. Yeah, they got me in the sights. So maybe the blues keep knocking at my door. Oh, the blues are coming. I see them coming, and I know that they're chasing after me. Oh, the tears in my eyes, the tears that I've cried. These little blues just won't let me be. My misery, wondering if she'll miss me. My heart is broken, I don't know what to do. Will the sun come up tomorrow? I'll beg and steal and borrow. Do anything to keep from feeling blue. Oh, the blues are coming, I see them coming, and I know that they're chasing after me. Oh, the tears in my eyes, the tears that I've cried, these little blues just won't let me be. On crying, I keep on trying. I gotta put this pain behind me and go on. But whiskey moving anyway you left me was a sin. I just can't believe you're really gone. Oh, the blues are coming, I see them coming, and I know that they're chasing after me. Oh, the tears in my eyes, the tears that I've cried, these little blues just won't let me be. tears are coming. I see them coming, and I know that they're chasing after me. Oh, the tears in my eyes, the tears that I've cried, these middle blues just won't let me be.
Oh, Jerry Brown right there for you. The blues are close at hand. All right, we're gonna do a song now. This is an important song to us because we got connected with a really cool guy off of this song here. His name is Jim Lauderdale, and a Grammy-nominated songwriter and singer, and has a little dab in every kind of musical genre that America has to offer, and he's always contributing to it in the best manner. Oh yeah, he's a Grammy winner too. Yeah, I forgot about that. But this summer we got together with him, and the whole result of this album being recorded was because of this song here. He had pitched it to us several times, and we just didn't know what to do with it. And when Miss Laura joined the band, it finally all came together. And so we're going to do that song now. It's on the Smithsonian Project, Jim Lauderdale song, and be looking August 8th. Jim Lauderdale and the Po Ramblin Boys, a whole new album of songs. So be checking that out. But we're going to do our song now. And this, Laura, you want to talk about it a little bit? Tell them about the young ladies.
Oh, sure. Well, if you follow folk music, old ballads, I like to dig around and find all the old ballads that come from England and Ireland and track down the history of them. Well, it turns out some of those are murder ballads, and it seems like it's always the girl that ends up dead. So when I heard this song that Jim Lauderdale wrote, it talks about all those women that are in those popular murder ballads from back in the day, and it doesn't have the same ending. They're coming back. So here it is, the Old Time Angels.
Beside the river, there's a spirit out wandering. First you'll feel the wind on your shoulder, then you'll hear her start to sing. Little Maggie still got her pistol, and pretty Polly's got her spade. Darling Corey, she's coming for you. She's gonna dance upon your grave.
Look out for us hometown angels will not serve you anymore, for we're up here in these mountains seeking vengeance for the score.
Tennessee River, they'll make you pay.
Look out for us small-time angels will not serve you anymore, for we're up here in these mountains seeking vengeance for the score. Seeking vengeance for the score. For we're up here in these mountains, seeking vengeance for the score. door.
The old time angels right there.
Thank you.
Coming back to get ya.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for having us up here. This is really, really awesome to be in such a cool place and play such a awesome festival with a legacy like this one has. I'll go ahead and introduce the fella right here that's picking the mandolin for you. This thing's really talking a lot about the Ozarks, and we got Ozarkian himself right here, all the way from the great state of Missouri. Missouri, the great state of Missouri. Folks, he's a fine fella in a way if you like a fella in a way. Would you make him welcome that C.J. Lewandowski right there on the mandolin? Oh, yeah, all the way from the Show Me State. Ain't that right? Woo! Originally. He's going to go ahead and come up and sing y'all a song right now, and this is one of our favorite songs we do. I hope y'all like it as much as we do.
Shadow of a Tennessee mountain in a slower and gentler time. In a cabin my granddaddy built with his hands, out of hickory, walnut, and pine. We hunted those hills, my daddy and I, so far from the bustle of town. But I'd soon see a whole way of life start to fade as the mines all began to shut down. Heard the saws in the mountains, saw the trucks rumble by, filing past like a funeral line. Those big iron trailers were piled up high with hickory, walnut, and pine.
Call it progress or a shame when you can't stop a train as it's barreling on down the line. They'll cut down the trees and they'll name your new street hickory, walnut, and pine.
The hickory's gone, the streams run black as a cuss. My daddy's been out in the barn more and more since the mining went bad and then worse. I heard his old saw, I heard his old plane, I heard his cough worsen with time. Now I stand where he lays in a box that he made out of hickory, walnut, and pine. For the big city jobs, I'll remain my fate to unwind. And I'll dream of the day when the wind called my name for hickory, walnut, and pine.
Call it progress or a shame when you can't stop a train as it's barreling on down the line. They'll cut down the trees and they'll name your new street hickory, walnut, and pine. Call it progress or a shame when you can't stop a train and you can't stop the passing of time. They'll cut down the trees and they'll name your new streets hickory, walnut, and pine. Hickory, walnut, and pine. Hickory, walnut, and pine. House is stone, my hands are muddy. I work my fingers to the bone, but still I find my life a wanting. there is no strength to carry on. I'm gonna climb up to the top of the mountain, gaze across the golden sunset sky. I'll catch a glimpse of the early moonlight, look for a home way up on high. You know I've tried to live the good life by working stone and turning clay. The flesh is weak, the spirit stronger. My life is soon to pass away. I'm gonna climb up to the top of the mountain, gaze across the golden sunset sky. I'll catch a glimpse of the early moonlight, look for a home way up on high. Throughout the years I've often wondered where I would find a lasting peace. The mountains always seem to whisper, come here you'll find what you see. I'm gonna climb up to the top of the mountain, gaze across the golden sunset sky. I'll catch a glimpse of the early moonlight, look for a home way up on high. I'm gonna climb up to the top of the mountain, gaze across the golden sunset sky. I'll catch a glimpse of the early moonlight, look for a home way up on
A song by Mr. Chris Brashear, right there, yeah. Well, honey, you know I try to please you. Your every whim and wish is my command. But lately you don't appreciate it. The way you treat me I can't understand. I wanna quit this fountain, quit this crying, worrying me to death. I can't eat, I can't sleep, my mind's a terrible wreck. If you don't change around here, I've been to some thinking. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car and drive myself to drinking. Well, honey, you know I don't you don't lift a finger, I do everything. and clean and iron the clothes, honey.
I don't know about that.
While you're reared back giving orders in the swing. Go on and quit this pouting, quit this crying, worrying me to death. I can't eat and I can't sleep, my mind's a terrible wreck. I got nervous. If you don't change around here, I'm into some thinking. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car and drive myself to drinking. Oh, yeah. I can't eat and I can't sleep, my mind's a terrible wreck. Oh Lord, if you don't change around here, I've been doing some thinking. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car and drive myself to drinking. If you don't change around here, I've been doing some thinking. Gonna build me a bar in the back of my car and drive myself to drinking. My Lord, Lord. It's coming down the track. It's taking away my darling, never to bring her back. Everybody having fun yet?
My darling left me this morning. She left me feeling so blue. I'll go through life just wondering and trying to forget all about you. I hear a choo-choo coming, it's coming down the tracks. It's taking away my darling, never to bring her back. Forget her, so I won't even try. I'm gonna roll, rock, and ramble until the day I die. I hear a choo-choo coming, and it's coming down the tracks. It's taking away my darling, never to bring her back. It's taking away my darling, never to bring her back.
Thank y'all, the choo-choo, I hear it coming. Over here on the guitar, if you would, make him welcome all the way from the state of Kentucky. He's going to sing you a song that him and Jim Lauderdale wrote. It's going to be on that new album there. So, right there, if you would, make him welcome Mr. Josh Riegel.
I can't keep up with the crowd I used to run with. Some are not all here, and some are too far gone. The party's not the same. Oh, I think I I need a change, but some habits I want to stay and linger on. One taste might not hurt what I think I'm really worth. It dares me there to leave it if I could. It's all in the past, but temptation seems to last. It's so hard to walk away like I should. I'm only so good at being good. So here I am again, it's all so familiar. Will I stay behind the wrong side of the door, where it can be too much because it never is enough, and I always end up out there wanting more. One taste might not hurt what I think I'm really worth. It dares me there to leave it if I could. It's all in the past, but temptation seems to last. It's so hard to walk away like I should. I'm only so good at being good. One taste might not hurt what I think I'm really worth. It dares me there to leave it if I could. It's all in the past, but temptation seems to last. It's so hard to walk away like I should. I'm only so good at being good. It's so hard to walk away like I should. I'm only so good at being good.
A new song right there. It's going to be on that Jim Lauderdale and the Po Ramblin Boys CD. Only so good at being good. Well, we're going to do a song now. We're going to feature Miss Laura one more time. She's going to sing you about a drinking problem, I guess, she's got. I didn't know it until she started singing this song. What's that? All right, this one comes from the pen of Merle Haggard. Huh?
He did it too.
I was wrong, Lefty Frizzell, which is Merle Haggard's hero, so it counts. It's all good. I was right.
Yeah, you were
still right.
It's in the same vein.
Yes.
It's one called Little Old Wine Drinker Me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I'm praying for rain in California so the grapes can grow and they can make more wine. And I'm sitting in a honky in Chicago with a broken heart and my baby on my mind. Tennessee. When they ask who's the fool in the corner crying, I say, little old wine drinker me. Well, I came here last week from down in Nashville, 'cause my baby left for Florida on the train. Well, I thought I'd get a job and just forget him, but in Chicago a broken heart is still the same. I met the man behind the bar for the jukebox, and the music takes me back to Tennessee. And when they ask who's the fool in the corner crying, I say, little old wine drinker me. And when they ask who's the fool in the corner crying, I say, little old wine drinker me.
Oh, Laura, right there, how are you?
Thanks so much.
All right. We had a project come out a few years ago. It was called Toil, Tears, and Trouble. And it ended up being nominated for a Grammy in 2019, and we're awful proud of it. And we're going to... This is a very appropriate for the festivities here on the National Mall. This was a song written, true story. I don't know if it's been told over these past 2 weeks, but in 1939, a huge ice storm hit the Ozarks. And this is an example of stories being told through the generations. And I'm about the fourth or fifth generation who's heard this tale of the true story, and it was passed down. And the guy before me wrote this song, and like I said, his grandfather told him the story, and it's kind of a lost piece of time. 1939, no one could work. They were all stuck up in their cabins, and a lot of people perished. And we're going to send this out to Mr. Willie Carlisle out there. He's a storyteller of the Ozarks, and we're proud of him. Here's one called Ice on the Timber. A bad year in the Ozarks. Daddy tried to do the best he could. He worked hard in the mountain timber, but the ice was on and he couldn't get the wood. Winter came and it was a bad one. The freeze and the north wind did blow. 38 days, the ice was on the timber. They were the last days my family would know. Oh, Lord, it was cold. Daddy's mood, it seemed to be changing. He would cry and Mama would pray. Lord, melt the ice so we can work the timber. We can't hold out long this way. Sunday morning, Daddy called me to him. Take the mule and ride away from here. We need help to make it off this mountain. We held hands and Mama led in prayer. Well, I wonder what was in Daddy's mind on that cold winter night, 39. Cabin fever was slave. So that's one thing plain. Oh Lord, it was cold. The moon was bright and everything was still. I walked through the front door of our cabin when I saw still makes me chill. Saw my brothers and sisters on the cold floor, Mama lying there across the bed, Daddy sitting there with his eyes wide open. They were cold, they were stiff, they were dead. Oh Lord, it was cold. Well, I wonder what was in Daddy's mind on that cold winter night, 39. Cabin fever was to blame. So that's one thing plain. Oh Lord, it was cold. Oh Lord, it was cold. Ice on the timber there. Let's go. All right, we got time for just a few more numbers here. Thank you all, folks, for having us here at the Smithsonian Folklife Festival. We are very, very proud to be here. And I think there's going to be a square dance. Y'all going to stick around for that? I might have to go get my dancing boots.
What are those?
Huh?
What are those?
These are just my standing boots. Anyhow, here's one. We're going to bring up Jeremy to sing this one here. We did it on sound check, and some of y'all snuck in here and was listening to us, and I don't like that. No, I'm okay. It's okay. Have y'all had a good time with the Po Ramblin Boys? Good. Thank you very much. We're going to do one about what everybody did back in those early days in the mountains. They all moved to the city and got them a job and left their home, and they just yearned for it the whole time they were gone, and they finally all went back. And here's one called The Streets of Chicago.
I'm standing on the streets of Chicago, thinking about my home in Tennessee, thinking about my mama and my papa, and I wonder if they still think of me. Chicago, I thought it was a place for me to be. It's been 5 years now, I'm so lonesome. I'm going back home to Tennessee. I'm standing on the streets of Chicago, thinking about my home in Tennessee, thinking about my mama and my papa, and I wonder if they still think of me. Cabin door. She was waving goodbye as I was leaving. I'm going back home once more. I'm standing on the streets of Chicago, thinking about my home in Tennessee, thinking about my mama and my papa, and I wonder if they still think of me. I'm standing on the streets of Chicago, thinking about my home in Tennessee, thinking about my mama and my papa, and I wonder if they still think of me. Oh, yes, I wonder if they still think of me.
Thank y'all so much.
That's the Po Ramblin Boys. They're on Smithsonian Folkways. They have a new recording that's already out, and another one's coming out in the next year or so on Smithsonian Folkways. Thank you very much, Po Ramblin Boys.